Are you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Well, welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon, and you're listening to us on Broadway World or over here on the Broadway Podcast Network. And I'm not in front of my brick wall because I'm actually back home in New Jersey. You know, ever since moving to Detroit, I have missed so much coming to New York and New Jersey and seeing the amazing singers. And let me tell you something. Our next guest, I may have had a chance to hear the single. I may have heard the song. Singing down, throw a shoe at her. She is singing. You've seen her on television and you've seen her on Broadway, and she has a brand new project that is coming out on July 15th called Answers. I am so excited for you to hear the brand new debut single. I can't sing like this. Holy moly, everybody. A superstar is born. Meecah, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Superstar voice.
Thank you.
I want to know what's in your audition book because you are belting to the heavens.
I have a lot in my audition book. Oh my goodness. Actually, auditions, they don't really ask you to bring a book anymore. You just sing like the 50 pages they've asked for you to sing.
I'm old, Meecah. I want to come in with my little book, like with little section.
Yeah.
Here's my little. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for having me.
I'm so honored and excited for you to be here. Answers is the single. It's July 15th, and it's going to be available wherever music is heard. Tell me, when was the idea for you to make a single of your own?
Yeah. Well, I have not put out music since, I guess, in 2 years. But really, because that was a re-release since 2020. And I wanted to put out a song, but I didn't want it to fall flat. I know that the reality of the music business, you need a team, you need a push, you need all of that. And I'm slowly developing that now on my own. And it felt like just a good time to put out a new song. And the world, at least the world I'm living in, is not so joyful. And I really wanted to ignite hope and prayers that may have been answered in some capacity, whether that's a relationship or a rainbow baby or something like that, into people.
Well, I heard it, and it definitely gave me chills and inspiration, and it definitely, your vocals soar, and the songwriting is beautiful. And I hear that you co-wrote the song.
Yes, Nick Sanza on the high end. We love him. He is an incredible songwriter. He has many a credit, but he's also just a really down-to-earth human being. And as I move forward, like, that's what I look for the most. I think talent can come from anyone, but the connection comes from a great person, and that's just what Nick is. And our collaborative efforts started via a voice memo because we just couldn't get into the same room. We've been so busy. So he sent a voice memo. I wrote to the voice memo. He wrote back, and we got answers.
That's what I was going to ask you. What is the process like to write? And you literally, I was going to say, do you keep a phone next to you? Do you write on a pad? You literally were voice memoing each other back and forth?
Yeah, I think it's different every time. I've written songs on a napkin in the studio. But with Nick, I wanted to have a collaborative process with him, but we just couldn't get into the same room. But he's amazing. Like, his talent bled through the voice memo, for sure.
So the inspiration, the world is on fire. It's crazy out here, literally. I know that you say that looking for inspiration, a lot of people feel disenfranchised and disheartened and upset and nervous and scared. And what is your goal with the song? When people listen to it, what do you hope people take away from it?
Resilience. I hope that people get up another day and feel energized and want to try again for whatever it is that they're asking for, even if that's just peace of mind. I don't think that we were meant to suffer in this life. I certainly didn't come to this life to suffer. So I feel like maybe this song could be the catalyst for that, or it also could just be affirmation and reminder.
I love that. And I love this song. It is so catchy. It's going to be stuck in your head. It's a total earworm moment.
Yes!
It is the earworm moment. I was listening to it all morning. So not only is this big old beautiful ballad of a song, but is there a dance remix?
There's a dance mix. Matt Cordasco, a genius. He's a family friend that also is just a sick producer, sick musician, sick vocalist. And I sent answers to him upon the recommendation from my PR. Nancy said, look, this is a great song. I think it'd be great as a dance mix. So I said, I know just the person. Matt Cordasco is a genius.
Amazing. And while we're talking, everybody, you can go to Instagram. You can follow @Meecah. Make sure you follow her so that you can stay up to date on all the information when this comes out and all the projects and all the information that's going to come with this song and all the other projects that I'm sure you have up your sleeve. I love it. That throws me back. Like we need more dance remixes.
Yes. I think I work out a lot, and I'm always at Solidcore, always at like a Barry's moment. And they love to take the 90s songs and put a dance mix or a club mix or EDM mix, and it really just sets the tone. It gives you a different outlook on the song, and it gives it another life.
Absolutely. When growing up as a certain age, I'm old. Yes. When you grew up and when Deborah Cox and when Whitney Houston and when they put out a song, there was a remix. It would be at the club. It would be at now you could know, I don't know, Soul Cycle class or whatever. But back then there was none of that. And you would listen to the remix. There would always be a remix. So I really appreciate that. And it's fire. Everybody, you need to check it out.
Yes. Thank you, Nancy. It was Nancy's idea.
I love it. It's so good. Okay. So my question to you is when did you get this bug and learn that you could sing? Like, where did you get the theater, the music, the singing, the acting bug? Where'd you grow up?
I didn't choose this life. It chose me.
Hey.
For sure. My dad loosely played with the Commodores. He went to Tuskegee, and Lionel Richie and all of the Commodores, they were really good friends. My father then decided to become a pastor, so he left that world, but also very much kept the influence on me, obviously. So I remember being picked up from school and like my dad being like, listen to the horns, listen to this, and my musicality developed. But also I grew up in the church, and my father started a small mission, so I was the choir for it. And I just remember singing all the time, and I don't remember a time where I didn't sing. In terms of acting, I just was like always told I was dramatic, and then when I found out I could get paid for it, it's like, okay, great, this is an easy match.
Why not get paid for the drama? That's very similar to how I feel. I get
right,
that. So
right.
you're a PK. You're a pastor's kid.
For sure. I'm a pastor's kid, grandchild, niece. It's a long history, but basically in 1903, my great-great-grandmother was the first Black woman to start a national mega church in Nashville, Tennessee. And we had over at least 200,000 members. So all of my family, all of her children are like bishops, elders, pastors, things of that nature.
And musically, I mean, if you sing, I always tell people who sing at church, like if you sing at church, today you're a soprano, tomorrow you're an alto, now you're not even tomorrow, the next song,
right.
It builds a different type of
love.
Absolutely. And you hear it in the spirit of your song. And was it scary as a kid to get up in front of and sing in front of a church, or was this something you were just naturally like, I'm ready, I'm a show pony, get me out there?
I think because my grandmother and my aunt were singers, I kind of got eased into it to being like their background vocalists. Kind of like how Whitney was background for CC and Sissy and all of them. But then when it was time for them to like sit out because they didn't want to sing for the 7th service, I would have to be the one to do it. So,
well, I'm married to a pastor's kid, so I'll have to talk to you offline. It's fun. No, it's fun. From where I'm from, New Jersey, I'm Italian Catholic family, and the respect and the laws and the rules, and is a vibe. It's a community. A church community is a whole, and you have to learn to get in and the way about it. But the community of it is beautiful.
Yeah. If you find the right community, for sure. I'm from Florida, so I had to find a new community up here. And my church, I really feel really safe in Selah City in Brooklyn. So if you're ever around, come hang out with me.
Deal. I love that. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So for you, when was the decision to do this professionally and to come to New York? Like, did you decide to come to New York? Was the Hamilton life and all of the theater life, was that a decision, or did it find you? How did it all come to be?
I would have never chosen theater. I always wanted to be Beyonce. Like, I focused on my music since I was in 6th grade. I was putting on mega productions at school, forcing my friends to dance with me. So I thought that I would be a huge R&B star. I didn't think that Hamilton and the theater would come. But when I was 18, I sang on a cruise ship. So my SAT, ACT scores were, because I never had time to study. And Pace University was the only school that looked at like your GPA. So it was the only school that accepted me. So I was telling my dad, look, I'm hightailing it up to New York.
18. So you came to Pace. You came to Pace for school
Mm-hmm.
after already working professionally as a singer.
Yes. I've been working professionally since I was 12. Yes.
And Pace is like a very good acting school. I mean,
the musical theater program was insane. I loved it. Yeah.
And then that became your thing.
Yeah, it just kind of happened. Thankfully, we had teachers that were also casting directors, so we did have an advantage of being called in for things if they felt we were right. So I've been auditioning professionally. I've been auditioning for big shows since like sophomore year of college, which is scary.
No, that's amazing. So what was the moment when you book a Broadway show, and what was that journey like for you? Everyone, she was in Hamiton. You all heard of it. I mean, it's not like my plug to sell a ticket. What was it like when you booked it, was it what you thought it was going to be? Was it a good experience?
I was in a hotel room with my then friend, and she was also in the show at the time. And I was visiting her, and I was having a great time, and I got a call saying that I booked the show. I told my manager and my agent at the time, I was like, I don't know. They were like, you don't have anything on the roster. What do you mean you don't know? I said, I don't want to leave New York because I know who God told me I'm going to be. I know that I'm a star. I know that I'm going to blow up in the music industry, and going on tour right now for X amount of time, don't know when I'm coming back, does not sound like the trajectory that God has for me. And so I had to think about it. But then I prayed about it, and then God was like, you're not me. This is my doing. You're going. And it ended up being such a plug for all things music, because everybody has heard of Hamiton at every world. And it is R&B, hip hop influence. So there is a connection there. So yeah, it ended up being fine.
Yeah. And you go around, you get paid to see the world, and you do the show. And
right. And then when I was on tour, I had my own tour. So every city that we stopped in, I did the coffee house tour. We called it coffee house because I didn't think I could fill a coffee house in cities that have never heard of me. But every place we went to, we had to get a bigger and bigger venue because people were hearing about it and coming and coming and coming. So we were calling it coffee house, but we were in like a full music venue.
So when did that idea all came from you to turn the Hamiton tour into the Meecah tour at the same time?
Yeah, I know what I'm going to be, and I know that I'm not going to stop that. And so everywhere I'm going has to be a step towards the direction that I know has been placed on my life.
Did you feel, is that a burden to you? Is it exciting? Is it scary? Is that a scary thing for you? You've always felt that that's what you were meant to be.
100%. If anything, it's frustrating because I already know when I walk into these rooms, I have the confidence of who I know I'm going to be and who I am. And I have to constantly like explain who I am to people and wait for them to get on the same page as me. But once they see me, once they meet me, once they hear the talent, then I feel like, okay, aligned. But the frustration of having to wait to be in this industry, you have to be like famous already before anybody knows or wants to take a chance on you. So that's the frustration.
Well, wait till you hear her sing, everybody. If you haven't heard her sings. You know, what's funny for me, when I went to school for theater and for music, I got scared at 18 and I gave it up. But I always felt like it was the world I was supposed to be in. And I really feel like you get a calling in your spirit. Like you know what you're supposed to be. And a lot of us, I was too scared. I ran away from it. Like I didn't want to be a part of it. I felt like it was going to be, it's too hard. Give me a regular job. Pay me on the 15th and 30th. And it chased me my whole life until I was in my 30s, because I feel like if you're born with it, you have no choice. This is your calling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. You didn't choose the life; it chose you.
That she said it. She wasn't kidding, y'all. When she said it, she wasn't kidding. So then, was the road to television and things like Power?
I guess being in the industry and auditioning for these things, you get passed around to all different types of desks, and this girl's right for this girl's right for that. Like, check it out. I was on my way to Denver, Colorado to do a performance. And then the night before my flight, they said, this is the audition. It's due in the morning. So I essentially had 2 hours to film it. And I just did a fly-by-night. My partner did the voice, and I was just playing around with it. And usually I focus so hard on these auditions. I really want to do television. And this one I was like, whatever. And I got the job.
And that's where you book. You know, that's
the let go.
And that's it. And that's the book. So television, theater, music, what is the goal? Like, what is it? Everything? Are you ready to do it all? Are you conquering the world, or are you focusing now on music? Like, what is the next chapter of Meecah?
It's my music for sure. I love theater. It's been such a home and a safe haven for me, but I know what I want to do and what I'm called to do. And I think I really need to focus completely on that. Eventually I would like to be in action films. I did a short film over the pandemic, which was really fun. But I know that my music is where I want to be. So the single is definitely the start in that direction of full independent, full throttle, going to the music.
And is it important for you to be your own artist? I mean, nowadays you don't need a big label. You could put out music and it could go viral. It could go, like, anyone could put out music and write a song. So for you, what's the plan to get this heard? Besides, you're out here, you're talking to people, you're singing, you're doing whatever, but as an independent artist, what are you ready to sing? You go sing anywhere. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm definitely down to do everything. What I'm learning now is that it's definitely about the right people on your team. You don't necessarily have to have a team, but if you do have one, they're the ones that connect the dots and have the connections and relationships. I'm a hard worker. I'm definitely down to do most things.
I hear that. I hear you.
Things. But I'm not, lazy or thinking that it's going to fall in my lap. I know that the dream does take effort.
So is there more music? Are we going to expect more music? Are you always writing? Is this going to lead to a big project, or maybe an album, maybe some more singles? What's the goal?
Yeah, Answers actually is like the 7th song on an EP that I was just going to drop. But I think the best route is single, just to warm people up. But I have over 150 songs written and recorded. There's definitely more stuff coming.
You have 150 songs written and recorded?
Yes.
Oh my God. You really are always writing.
Always. It's my life. And art draws from inspiration, and art imitates life. So
150. She's already got a greatest hits album. Like 150 songs. Well, we're ready for them to drop. We like I said, we got to follow you so we can stay up to date on when new stuff's coming out. And the stuff's July 15th. The new Answers is out. And then the music, as it keeps rolling and the more singles come out and this project keeps going, we need to jump on now, folks. Jump on now. So how do you balance it all? How do you balance auditions? And I'm sure you still have a team, so you may still get sides. You still may get, TV and film auditions and theater auditions, and music is writing. So and you have a personal life and a family and friends and etc. So what do you do to balance your life? What's the advice to keep it all going?
I don't know. I don't know how I do this every day. I moved here 11 years ago, and I moved away from everything that I ever knew. So the family aspect is now different. My family is not people who are in the industry. So I can go 2-3 months without seeing somebody because they're on a contract. But learning how to love them from a distance has been a challenge, and also a new way of living. I work out a lot. I love health and wellness. I love reading the back of labels and finding the ingredients and calling up the consumer and be like, do you know you're eating this? That's my fun thing to do. I love to salsa dance. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and you meet new people that way. I don't know. Every day brings its own thing. So I just kind of go with it.
I love it. Please don't look in my refrigerator and see the food that I eat. I try to be good, Meecah. I try. Do you have that app that you scan the label and it tells you all the food that's going to kill you?
Yeah. No, I'm my own app. I have a scanner right here. Red 40.
Okay, Red 40. Is there any like, do you have a guilty pleasure food that you eat, even if you know, it's the demise of mankind, or no, you're that disciplined?
It's funny because my sisters, they think that I have a disciplined taste. So what I think is a guilty pleasure is like somebody's healthiest day. It's so annoying. I love this vegan, gluten-free, soy-free marshmallow to eat.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I love it. It is amazing. I can't even tell you the name of the company because I ripped through the wrapper so fast. And eat it.
Gluten-free, soy-free,
vegan. Those are my allergies. Yeah.
So you don't have gluten, you don't have soy, and you're vegan.
Yep.
So did you have breakfast?
I do. Yesterday, I actually had a really great dinner. You didn't ask me about dinner, but I'm telling you because it was amazing. I had plantain, this beef called Abbott's beef. It's made from mushrooms and all different types of spices and vegetables, but it tastes just like ground beef. Seasoning is everything. I had kale that I sauteed and put like coconut aminos on, which is really, really good. I have a lot of things.
Well, I love it, and I'm going to follow you. I love this journey. I love your musical journey. I love your theater journey, TV journey. If you want to look, she can sing and she can throw down in the kitchen and cook you something that will make you live to be 126 years old.
For sure. Blue Zone's over here. For sure.
I'm here for the whole thing. Everybody, go follow Meecah on Instagram. And then remember, on this week, July 15th, but if you're watching this, or maybe you're watching this after July 15th. When you find this, go stream the music. The music is out and available July 15th. The new single is called Answers. You can get your big ballad on and you can get your dance groove on as well. I'm so excited to have you on. I'm so excited for the future. Congratulations. This is an artist right here. Congratulations for everything you're doing. We're here for it.
Thank you.
It was an honor to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.